33 minutes past the hour here on the NorCal Sports Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports. And oh my God, before I can even get to the Warriors trade rumors, a trade went down this past weekend that was just left me completely flabbergasted. I can't believe what I saw in this trade. The Dallas Mavericks traded Luca Doncic to the Los Angeles Lakers. Boo! Of course, it had to be the Lakers, right? For Anthony Davis and a couple of dudes and a 2029 first-round draft pick. How in the fuck do you give up a generational talent for that package? I don't get it. I honestly don't get it. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. How can you do that? How can you make this trade? You're giving up Luca Doncic, a guy that got you to the NBA Finals last season, for Anthony Davis because you believe that defense wins games. If you watch that press conference with Nico Harrison and Jason Kidd, embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. If I'm the ownership, I'm firing Nico Harrison. The way that he described how the trade talk started, embarrassing. And the fact that you didn't even try and trade Luka to the highest bidder. Think about the package you could have gotten for Luka Doncic if you went and let the whole league know that you were going to trade him. Instead, you only talked to Rob Pelinka about this trade. How does that happen? I don't think that Nico Harrison knew or realized that he just got hoodwinked by Rob Pelinka. If you only talk to one person about this trade and you take the trade, you got played. And you got played hard. The look on Jason Kidd's face at that press conference, it looked like he wanted to punch him in the face. Embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. And it's just unexcusable. Taryn says, you were the one that brought up the Lakers. You could have avoided it, but not talking about it. But I agree the Mavs trade. Because at the end of the day, Taryn, it's like, why would you make this trade? Now, look, for the Lakers, hey, all good, dude. Like, I'm props. If I'm Rob Pelinka and the Lakers, as soon as I hang up that phone, I'm like, oh my God, I fucking did it. Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, he fell for it. The fact that he made this trade, Nico Harrison, shows that he's incompetent as a general manager. Absolutely incompetent. I don't see how you can even make this trade. And on top of that, you have this. This comes courtesy of Bleacher Report. Luca says, I texted Mark Cuban and said, I'm so confused. He wrote back, that makes two of us. Now, obviously, Mark Cuban is not the majority owner anymore. He already sold his shares in that. He's still a part of the organization, but not nearly as powerful as he used to be. And look what happens when he does that. They trade Luka Doncic for Anthony Davis, a guy who's hurt all the time, consistently hurt every single season. A couple of dudes and a draft pick in 2029. Not even next draft. He got fucking hoodwinked. And he doesn't even realize it. He thinks he made a trade to make his team better. No, you didn't. Now, is Anthony Davis a good player? Yes, he's a great player. He's an all-pro. He's an all-star. He's extremely good. But not for Luka Doncic. That's a generational talent. And you traded him. Because, well, he doesn't really stay in shape all that much. And, it's just like, you got to be kidding me. And I'd be saying this if he went to any other team, not just the Lakers, but if he went to any team, I'd be saying the same thing. This is the dumbest trade I've ever seen in my life. It's embarrassing if you're an organization. And then we had this. So Rob Pelinka, now being the fucking genius that he is, which I was never a fan of him. Now I'm like, oh my God, he completely hoodwinked Nico Harrison. It's unbelievable. He had this to say about bringing in Luka Doncic.
The second person I want to thank is anytime there's a trade or a transaction, there has to be a partner. And I want to thank the Dallas Mavericks, led by their GM, Nico Harrison, who was also very instrumental in bringing this opportunity to us and then staying true to the negotiations throughout where it could be culminated with the trade being finalized. And
he groomed him, basically. This is like what child predators do. They get you to agree to a secret, and then don't tell anybody else, okay? It's just between you and I, because, we're friends. He probably even convinced them, hey, look, if anything, I'm taking the risk because Luca, his health isn't very good. He doesn't take care of himself. He's injured a lot. So if anything, I'm taking the risk. I'm giving you AD. And for somehow, some fucking way, Nico Harrison agreed to this trade and was like, yeah, this is going to be good. He didn't even tell Jason Kidd. He told him at the 11th hour. And then has the audacity to say, this is a trade that both me and Jay Kidd signed off on. Like, no, he didn't. Threw him under the bus. And I'm sure Jason Kidd was just like, dude, what are we doing right now? Why would we trade a generational talent for Anthony Davis? And don't get me wrong, Anthony Davis is a damn good player. But this doesn't make any sense. You could have gotten a king's ransom for Luca Doncic. When we talk about Luca, we're not talking about LeBron James. No. When you talk about Luca Doncic, you're talking about Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's at that level. He's one of the top 3 elite players in the league right now. He's only 25 years old. And you traded him for a 32-year-old Anthony Davis, who's injury plagued every single season. I can't. I don't know what to do. I can't. It's so stupid. It's just so stupid. So then there's that. It's just unbelievable. Guys, let's take a break. When we come back, I'm going to break down the Warriors trade rumors. Listening to NorCal Sports Report on IE Sports Radio, your direct feed for all that is sports.